to the land before time. Many years ago, before the world we know we roamed, there was nowhere we couldn't go, everywhere was home. And oh, in those beautiful days when the sun shone its beautiful rays, there was no grey, even when the rains came. In this land, oh, so long ago, there were roses growing, bestowing the whole world with love. And every time these roses cried, they cried for the ones we had lost, the ones that had died. So the land carried on in beautiful song all along the wonderful road where nothing went wrong. In this land before the sands of time begun to align, there were 4 wondrous belongings, and they were spread throughout the land, in the north, in the south, in the east, and in the west. But there was longing and longing for these belongings, for they held such power. In the magical hour they had been gifted with untold bliss that would lift the wearer to great heights, 'tis true. But with this power came something new, a duty to care for all of the land, the ones who lived there, the ring of fire. Oh, how it burned, so the people they learned of heat and warmth to go within. The ashes, the ashes, the ashes they bring, anger, passion, raw flames. The ring of fire was never tamed. Then from the deep, the locket of sea, the waters ran free. They flow through you and they flow through me as the emotions they swell, the sadness we see. We weave such a tapestry of beauty, running in the streams, raining, falling. So the locket received its calling, and the land knew sadness and anger and despair, for they all were there, but they needed to be grounded in the hearth of the fires we burn. So from the dust the bracelet of earth grounded it down, roots to be found, oh, from the soil, oh, from the brown, deep in the earth for the rebirth. So with courage, so with might, so with strength, and so with fight, the warrior began to walk through the land, and darkness ran into the night. We looked to the stars up high and knew we could fly with the earrings of sky and intricate design, wings to sing, the giver of life, the air we share. They care to carry us home if we dare. So the land knew flight, knew what it meant to be light, and with the eagle eye, the wrong from the right, the land before time, the land before time. So it all passed as if all in a dream, or so it seemed, for there lived an evil queen who deceived and believed she was greater than what the land needs. She collected 3. From the north the ring of fire brought out her hidden desire, and from the east the necklace of sea. Storms raged, tempests tossed, for the fire was lost, and she cared no cost. The land fell to frost, and ice and cold winter's eve, for what she deceived. We couldn't breathe, we couldn't breathe. The earrings of air, she'd stolen them both, not one but the pair, and taken them into her lair. Swept, only one had kept. The bracelet of earth could not conceal the dirt or worth of what she had stolen, beholden to herself. The wealth of the land disappeared, the river of tears running unclear and in fear. Oh, what was to be done? So one, lonely one, began to gather the strength from what was left, went the length and breadth, walked the path that dared to tread, into the woods to the forest of dead, and the queen's head had a price. She looked twice from her castle walls, not knowing it would fall. The warrior, marching on with hope and faith so strong, and the bracelet of earth was a curse on the name of this queen so mean. The warrior stood still, serene, as the moon waned, and waxed with the axe through the door into her core with pure love. In the place that she dwelled, beheld her standing next to a well, her gateway to hell, a lost and lonely shell. O queen, queen. You could never see the damage the weight your obscene beliefs could carry. They parried a merry dance, and by chance he overthrew her throne. She screamed and moaned, oh no. The belongings, they clattered and shattered the mirror of the queen that she'd been lost in, her dream left in tatters, and the land that mattered knew what had been. So, whenever you're lost, whenever you're alone, whenever you can't find your way and are searching, just know that somewhere out there in the dusk you must continue on, you must keep on, for those belongings aren't gone, they live here without fear, they will steer you home. The ring of fire, the bracelet of earth, the locket of sea, the earrings of air, they are free, who knows where? The warrior took care to make sure that they'd never disappear. The land before time, the land before time. And so what of the queen? Why had she been so very hard, so mean, unable to see or wean herself from her toxic dream? Well, you see, she had never been the same since the fateful day the king had deceased. Her cry, her sigh took her into the night, never right. Just the way her life had unraveled, the paths she had travelled. Oh, she ached for the king, and asked only if someone could bring him back to her. But her mirror had cracked, the dream gone black, and she was trapped. Please, oh, give my soul just for one moment to fill this hole. I'm cold. Would the fire of the ring, could it bring back her beloved king? It never did. She could never rid herself from the demons inside, the nights that she'd cried in her ivory blue tower, waiting for the hour when it all would go, when the hurt would dissolve, but it took hold and seeped inside her veins. She called his name, but it never changed. Oh, please turn the page. I've hurt for so long for an age. I ache. I will take that ring, and I will take the necklace, I will take those earrings, and maybe I too can fly. Maybe the necklace of sea will bring him back to me. If it's my destiny, please let me receive. But did it work? Did it dissolve that hurt? And the roses, they cried. They cried every night. They knew she hadn't lied, just her pride and the hurt inside, the stories we hide. The land before time, the land before time. So, if you will, keep them in your prayers. They're out there somewhere, they're out there somewhere. The ring of fire, the bracelet of earth, the locket of sea, and the earrings of air. The land before time, the land before time, the land before time. Before time.